Alright, here we are in beautiful Epcot at the Disney places. And it is beautiful and sunny and miserably hot. But I figured, why not make it into an adventure? 11th Doctor, 11 countries, 11 minutes, giving you guys a brief and very factually sound and explanatory tour of these 11 countries here in Epcot. Hello everyone! First part of the tour is up here in lovely Canada, home of poutine and hockey and the thing with the brooms where you hit the things. Also, they have trees, and they're all that remains really of the fledgling British Empire. Not a whole lot to say here. I probably could have started with something better, but they've got some nice totem poles and sunlight. Well, it's everywhere. Sunlight's everywhere, but we have it here too, and it's very lovely. And probably going to get something with maple syrup on it because that's what they have here. Let's see what we have coming up next, because yeah, I could have done better than Canada. It's very peaceful though, very peaceful. I like Canada for that. It doesn't start fights with anyone. That's nice. Hello again. I am now in my second place, lovely Great Britain. Not much to see here. Home of fried things and imperialism and being really prideful about things and starting fights with your immediate neighbors in kind of a quasi-racial way. Here we have a lovely telephone booth. Not as lovely as mine because you can't trap someone in there. But, you know, it's really not a whole lot to see. I actually spent my past two regenerations just, you know, going to London on a weekly basis. So this is pretty old hat. But there will be good food. There will be probably a lot of drinking and starting fights because we know what the British love to do so much. And there's this old thing, might be Roman, might have used to be Roman, I don't know. I spent all my Rome times in Rome, so looking forward to that, spending more time in Rome. Welcome, I'm back here in lovely Paris. You can see, where can you see the Eiffel Tower? Anyway, it's totally there. I'm totally not lying about there being an Eiffel Tower. However, you know, once again, beautiful France, world's leading export on fine wines, cheeses, expensive handbags, and, you know, starting around 1815, unconditional surrender. Actually, I'm wondering if Boney is around here, because here's me 10 quid for the whole Waterloo tobacco. Told him it was a bad idea, he didn't listen to me. So I'm probably going to have some sort of cheese, maybe a pastry. Ooh, I could go for a pastry. Pastry would be lovely. Lovely, lovely France with its lovely, lovely buildings and its towers and its metal things and its I think there are frogs here, I'm not sure. They like frogs here, maybe. Welcome once again. Now we are in lovely Morocco, home to very lovely Moorish architecture and all kinds of very, very, very pretty things. Major trading outpost, but it holds a certain special place in my heart because it is home to one of my all-time favorite things, which is, of course, the fez. Fezes everywhere. It's lovely. This one has Santa on the inside, which I guess makes it even cooler, really. I mean, you know what's also cool, which is air conditioning, because it gets hot in Morocco. It actually gets hot anywhere in the summer, I have found. I've become very well acquainted with that. But yes, we have air conditioning here in Morocco. We have very pretty architecture. We have fezes. We have drums playing in the background. Drums and... Yes, that's not in my head. Good. Okay, just drums in the background. All right, for our next trip, we are in beautiful Japan. Wonderful place, home of bonsai and those swords, those really cool swishy swords, and anime, and the #1 importer of guys who watch a lot of anime and want to try and find a girlfriend with their limiting understanding of Japanese that they got from, you know, watching anime. it's very lovely here. They have paper things. They have lots of things made of paper. They're really good at making things out of paper. I couldn't make this out of paper. I probably need some sort of metal or wood or something to make it. Oh, paper is wood. Actually, it's probably good. I can't work with paper or wood. But it is lovely, and there are people, and it's very nice. It's also very hot here in Japan. It's just hot. Is that because of third impact? I don't know. Does third impact make things hot? I don't know. Alright. All right, we are here in America, home of debt and columns and the Declaration of Independence and me dying that one time. One time I almost died, but I didn't die. I was really clever with that. I'm really proud of myself for that in the long run. Anyway, so we're going around. People are singing songs, and there are fountains, and there are... Did I mention the columns yet? We really like columns over here across the pond, the space pond from Gallifrey in America. And we are just enjoying it and saying big things and playing horns and hitting the drums and in general trying to be really cool and look cool, and I can appreciate that kind of sentiment. America, keep trying to look cool. Oh yeah. Viva Italia! Yes, we are over here in Italy, where they really like columns, more than America almost even, and we've got really cool fountains with guys being naked and playing their conch horns. Home of my friend Rory, who spent 2,000 years killing time in this country. Hope he had a lot of fun adventures. It's also home of pizza and Mussolini and other kinds of pasta other than Mussolini. And it is beautiful and sunny, and there's water, and the water doesn't smell very good. You don't want to come to Italy for the water, but you do want to come for the columns and the naked men playing their conch horns and dropping on Rory, keep him company a little bit, because he is probably very bored. Here we are in beautiful Germany, home to lederhosen and sauerkraut and maybe accordions. I'm not sure. They really like accordions over here. And they have rubbish mustaches, and they like beer, but they also have things like teddy bears and possibly Santa Claus. I'm not sure. You be the judge. Does Santa live here? I don't know, but I'm going to go find out, because me and Santa, we have words to have with one another. But it's also just a lovely place to be. It's up in the mountains where there are forests on the mountains, which means it's nice and cool over here in Germany, and I'm guessing it rains a lot because it's Europe and everywhere rains in Europe. But it's really nice, and I think I'm going to sit down here and have some sort of beverage that has been brewed from oats and barley and hang out with these dude bros behind me, because they seem like pretty chill guys. Here we are in beautiful China, home to 1 billion people and a few thousand years of continuous civilization. And lily pads, oh yes, it's beautiful lily pads. I love lily pads. And also really beautiful, big, colorful, ornate buildings that you can have when you decide to invent fireworks and gunpowder and basically everything sort of, you know, a little bit. They kind of make us Time Lords look a bit like chumps sometimes, really. But also, I can't really come here very often because I kind of beat Chairman Mao in an arm wrestling contest, and he tried to have me executed, you know, like you do. But still, it is lovely here in China. There's a nice cool breeze wafting over the ponds, and they're presumably dragons. Maybe they'll be voiced by Eddie Murphy this time, maybe they won't. Who knows? Let's go find out. Alright, here we are in Norway. Wonderful Norway, home of Vikings and dragons and probably trolls. I actually don't know if they actually rode dragons over here in Norway. I did ride a dragon once, but that was in China a couple of minutes ago. You guys missed like the greatest adventure I've ever had. Anyway, here we are. It's beautiful. Everything's made out of wood, presumably because they did not want me to come and bother them. because I really can't get very much done around here. I can't get anywhere open. Luckily, most of the doors are open, but it is beautiful, and I imagine they have really good education and healthcare over here because everybody seems to be really happy with the trolls and the dragons. They're willing to put up with trolls for it, so I feel like it has to be worth it in the long run, dealing with trolls. I've heard that trolls have tolls, and you have to pay the trolls toll, but that's just me. Here I am in beautiful Mexico, home of tortillas and mariachi bands and dancing. I think they invented dancing. And also beautiful, beautiful Aztec temples that were there until somebody genocided them. And it wasn't me. It was not me. Not this time, at least. I actually had a girlfriend who was Aztec. I should call her back. Wait, she doesn't have a phone. Well, that makes things awkward. Also, I haven't, seen her for a few millennia. Anyway, so it's beautiful here. It's sunny. People are singing and playing their horns and burp burp. And we are going around enjoying the beauty that is Mexico. Way more developed than pop culture would have you believe. However, I plan to go down into this temple and maybe fight some sort of mummy? I don't know. Honestly, I just need something to shield me from this hot Mexican sun. Tulu, well, I think we all learned a lot. We got some real facts going on here. Learned a lot about a lot of different cultures and different countries. Learned a lot about ourselves and how we handle dragons and Vikings and drums and horns and ex-Aztec fiancés. So, bye. I'm glad I could bring you along on this journey with me.